Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. When I last left you guys, we were in the middle of Chapter 14, which is called Training, which, again, not sure why, because there's not a lot of training going on, we're just mopping up some slave traders, but I guess it is what it is. Anyway, moving on. We are going to go ahead and talk to Makalov with Marcia here, because that is Marcia's brother. Could attack him, but that would be pointless. I mean, as much as she probably wants to attack him. I was thinking about paying you a visit. You dungheel, huh? Trying to increase the money I borrowed and pay off the original, but it vanished. And it just kept happening. So he's a compulsive gambler by the sounds of it. You cheese-eating rat. I'm gonna let Ike beat some sense into you. We'll see how that works. Oh, she's all caps. She's angry. So now we have Makalov, which is awesome. He is a sword knight. Level 10, and his stats are kind of meh. He's actually not terrible if you train him, believe it or not, but I've only done it once, and Kieran and Oscar just end up being better in every way, so I don't really bother all that much. So, I mean, you can use him if you really wanted to, but I don't particularly care. More all caps. People just screaming all the time out here. Don't know what it does, but it's pretty, huh? We get Vantage, which is a pretty cool skill. Allows you to... This is what Mia has. She gets to attack first whenever she's attacked. We're going to go ahead and bring in the crew over to the right side now that we don't have anything else to worry about over there, really. Probably didn't need to bring them all over here. In fact, I probably should have picked up these guys with my flyers and my mounted units. Now my healer is really far away from the rest of my group. Is not something you want to do when you've got feral tigers running around. Thankfully, I don't think these ones move. That being said, as you can see, though, they have 25 attack, which is pretty substantial. And they're not slow either. Well, 11 speed's not super duper fast, but at any rate, let's go ahead and see what we can do about this mage here. Bet you Gatry can one-shot him. Yep, he sure can. I just love the sound of that heavy armor clunking all over the place. Maybe that's just weird for you, the rest of you guys, but I personally like the sound of that, so I just like armor knights. I think they're awesome. Skill and defense. Obviously defense because he's an armor knight. Can't imagine why he wouldn't. Oh, I was going to put the night ward on him for a speed increase. Dang it. Oh, okay, well. All sorts of screw-ups today, ladies and gentlemen, on my part. It's been a little while. We're going to have to hope for a lucky crit here to take this guy out in a single shot. And no such luck. My luck in this game has never been terribly fantastic. I like to think I get a good lucky hit every once in a while, but... let's go ahead and polish this guy off with Ilyana. I also like Ilyana a lot. I know that's also an unpopular opinion, but... She's widely considered to be one of the worst mages in this game, but she's one of my favorites. As for why, I don't really know that I could tell you. Right, let's go ahead and... Guess we could have Nephany take out the archer, question mark? Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. Shame I still have to keep using this lance I forged for her, although I guess it is a fair point that I didn't make this for her on purpose. You got a laguz bow. Cool. Don't have anybody capable of using that at the moment, but that's fine. We'll just pick this guy off with Boyd. That poleaxe looks big and intimidating. Oh, nice miss. Goodbye, sir. Right, moving on to this guy, and that just leaves a couple of little schmucks left to deal with. Nothing too problematic. Wow, this guy's got a tough set of defense here. This will just swing at him wildly. Don't think Ike's in any danger of getting hit. So blasted fast. See how this goes. I don't know why you're here, but if we lose our cargo, we lose everything. Yeah, okay. Maybe you should be in prison. Or worse. I don't know. I mean, I guess it really depends. Wow, he actually got hit. Interesting. And for, what, 8 damage at that? Jeez, alright. Surprised Ike's HP growth isn't any higher than it currently is, actually. Speed and resist. Holy crap, he has 12 resistance? That's really solid. Like, even that mage is going to have a hard time doing damage to him. Ow, stop hitting me! Jerks. Those tigers move, I'm in big trouble. Nope, they don't. Alright, well. And again, Mist is all the way on the other side of the freaking map right now. Why don't we go ahead and ferry her over to where her brother lies in wait. Can I not pick her up? What in the heck? What? Something's weird. I can rescue her with Oscar and all of them, but not with my flyers? Wait, now I can? What the heck? I'm so confused. Whatever. Move over here. This is how you, like, fly someone across the map in a couple of turns. And we'll have, I guess, Boyd pick her up and drop her? Yep. Yeah, it didn't take much effort, did it? Alright, I'm gonna move Gatry up to make sure Ike doesn't get destroyed immediately. I should go down in a single hit. Assuming I can hit him, weapon triangle disadvantage being what it is. Oh! Man, that guy hits like a truck. Okay, well, we're gonna have to rely on some, well, maybe not distance. Try it with Ilyana, though. I need my spear back, pal. Excuse me. Alright, she should be able to take this guy down, I think. Nice job. She's very quick on her feet with that thing. Weapon level up, sweet. Was she level C now? D. Oh wait, she was only, holy crap, she's only D before, or E before? That's, woof. Okay, well. I forgot she comes with rank E and has to level up manually the entire way. Should I take out the mage? Probably. Yeah, let's do it. Again, I don't think the boss or the tigers move on normal difficulty. On hard, they probably do. But I think we'll be okay for the time being. Seems a little weird that he's talking about unleashing the feral and they just kind of wait there for someone to come to them. Never did understand that personally. Then we'll get Mia up here. And Ilyana, of course. Forgot all about Soren and Volk for a second. And we'll have Makalov visits other village. It's a little girl. She gave me a secret book. Sweet. Alright, let's see how this mess plays out here. Yeah, go ahead and try to hit Ike. That's a Venom Axe. Those things have such garbage hit. Oh, Okay, he actually hit me. So Ike is now poisoned. That's awesome. Gonna have to get him healed as quickly as possible here, because I don't know if he can survive 5 turns of poison without dying. I like how that guy's still going for a bunch of empty villages. Ow. We're gonna pull Ike back for a second so I can give him the healing that he needs. Meanwhile, we're gonna send Mia in here. And my fragile little mage girl. Yeah, it looks like a much worse idea than it actually is. Let's go ahead and mend him. Here we are. That's a level up for Mist. Luck and resistance. And HP, I suppose. Never can go wrong with HP, especially for someone as fragile as her. How does Nephany fare against one of these giant tigers? I think I'll let him attack me first. Just to be on the safe side. Gatry will remain here. And we'll put Marsha up in front of Ike. In case someone decides to go try to get bitey at him. As for that bandit, why don't we let Volk take care of him? Wouldn't mind a little extra experience on him, as it were. We'll have Soren here to help him out, just in case he needs it. By the time they're done, I should have this map pretty much cleared up, I think. Jeez. Like a half ton of solid muscle in that thing. Okay, she crits and one-shots him. Cool. Can't really complain about that. And he's gonna have a fun time trying to hit a thief with a venom axe. Wait, Volt doesn't double this guy? Man, for a thief, he's awfully slow. His speed, it's like 11 or 12, isn't it? It's not super great, I guess. Oh, it's 14. Oh, this guy's got 11. He's got 1 point too much. That's irritating. Okay, well, Soren outright murders him, except for if I L-wind. Give that a shot. As long as it isn't proc adept or crit or something, which Soren is known to do every once in a while, but... Alright, we'll just have Volk try to finish this sucker off. Oh, nice crit. Not going to complain about that a whole lot. Still no level up, but what are you going to do? Alright, so that doesn't leave much left. Go ahead and run over here. We're going to heal up... Gatry needs some healing, right? Oh yeah, for sure. Do that. Thank you. Alright, let's lay into this boss dude, since he does not appear to be going anywhere anytime soon. How great would it be if I crit this guy in a single shot and just wrecked his day? Berserkers are not something you want to go to toe-to-toe with in a melee combat. Dare you assume I'm not a vegetarian. Just kidding. Alright, good smack in the face there with some lightning bolt. Who else can hit him from afar? Not very many people, unfortunately. I guess Boyd can huck an axe at him. Not super fantastic hit rate, 2 out of 3, but I'll stick with it. Nice. Thankfully, Berserkers don't have stellar defenses. They mostly rely just on pure attack and speed. Let's see if Jill can land the killing blow here. Just barely, and if she has to get out of the range to do it, fine. I would like her to have the kill. Goodbye, sir. Slave trade jerkwad. I've lost everything. Yeah, you literally have at this point. Alright, Jill, I need some speed from you, lady. Hey, look at that. Speed, defense, and a little resistance. Can't complain about that. You got a killer axe. Sweet. And she has a laguz lance now, which I can actually make great use of with Gatry, I think. Oh, never mind, we're done. Don't have to kill the other tiger because I just beat the boss. Okay. Forgot to realize that was a kill boss chapter. That was just a route. Hmm. Really heavy crates. Gee, I wonder what those could be that we seized from a slave trader. Oh, this is cool. Sorry. That, it, by the way, is the Lion King, if you weren't already aware. He is freaking beastly in lion form. No pun intended. That is Prince Kurthnaga that we met earlier, and that is his father, King Daginsia of the Dragon Tribe. You imagine bearing witness to that, laguz transforming? Pretty dope. They have this really cool salute that they do. And here we have the Hawk King Tabarn. That's the giant green one right in front. He is one of my favorite characters. And with him is the Heron Prince Racin. That's the guy with white wings and blonde hair. And we've met this guy before. That is King Kilvis Nasala. So we have most of... Actually, I think that is all of the laguz royals all in one spot here. This is actually really cool. Not just the cutscene, this is a really cool little conversation they have here. My fellow laguz kings. King Daginsia, by the way, is ludicrously cool. All the laguz royals are actually awesome. Dayan has invaded Crimea and overrun her. Oh, God, Tabarn is so cool. He looks like a freaking pirate, but he's just like wickedly strong and awesome. And he has wings. I mean, that's just enough of a reason to think he's awesome. So he's like, maybe the reason that they're coming and marching on you is because you decided to harbor the orphan of the royal family. Interesting how he know. Oh yeah, because he did know that because Janeth and Ulki were keeping an eye out for him, an eye and an ear, so to speak. Oh, Nasala. Yeah, he's kind of a jerk. Dan has dispatched hunters to make a corpse of the girl. That is an odd tale. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Going my laguz pride is not something I'm willing to do. So Tabarn actually has a very low opinion of humans as well, or Bjork rather. I would remind you of the Bjork ship you attacked in Phoenixian waters. Uh-oh. Oh, that. You lying crow. Earth Nog is dope too. He's one of the coolest guys. That's actually a really good word of wisdom there. What good will it do to extend your domain only to find enemies at your every border? Ah, yes. So Tabarn is actually the reason he holds such disdain for Bjork is because of the murder of the Heron tribe. And obviously Prince Rayson feels the same way because you can just tell he just looks really angry all the time. He's one of the last surviving Herons of Serenus, and he's actually the prince. No amount of human blood can slake my thirst for vengeance. Jeez, all right. The Herons are known for being pacifistic, and you don't really see a whole lot of that with Rayson. His bedridden father apparently still alive too. King Phoenix acts in my stead. Revenge is simply another name for murder, huh? Jeez. So yeah, Tabarn really just wants to start tearing into some human people. If we were to form a laguz alliance against Dan, we would drive Begnion to Dan's side and lose a valuable ally. He's probably right about that, sadly. Flames of war cannot be fanned haphazardly. We must think of Laurent's medallion. Uh-huh. Cannot allow any war that could stand to engulf all of our nation. So Degincia, the reason why he's so concerned about the medallion is because he was actually alive when the Dark God was sealed inside of it. But we'll talk about that when we get to that point. We're actually going to progress and do a little story bit on this next chapter. This next one's a little weird as far as the actual objective of the gameplay. Feral Frontier. I'm actually not a big fan of this map. You can play it straight, but there's a way to do it that's much more, I guess, efficient, so to speak, and we'll talk about that when we get there. This is Castle Kilvis, nestled in the mountains here. And here we have Neolucci. He is a chamberlain of the king of Kilvis himself. He's also very old, as you can tell here. I'm not exactly sure how long most Laguz tribes actually live, but I don't know if the crows are particularly long-lived. How fares your father? Yeah, that's it's kind of rough. Losing almost your entire race in a span of a couple of days. Can't imagine why he wouldn't be found of the Heron people. Her attitude during the Goldoa meeting piqued my interest. You and your sister were young, it was I, not Tabarn, who watched over you. Yeah, well. Hmm. Duke Tanis of the Begnion Imperial Senate has arrived. Hmm. Was that a Serenus noble? We have appropriated several pieces of art from the ships of Duke Gatos. That would be Mr. Lacane, by the way. Surely you've already guessed. Hmm. Creep. Anyway. Minol. Is it Maynol or Minol? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, honestly. All she did was pay us and give us another job. She answered no questions. What did you think she was going to? Titania thinks there can't help but be living people, living creatures inside those crates. Yeah, I can't imagine why. They have plans and paperwork for every little thing, and their speech is as confusing as it is tedious. It's like lawyers. Then again, most politicians are lawyers, so I guess it makes sense. Perhaps the rudeness of the upper echelon is unique to the Bjork class system. Titania is very observant. I like her. Ike was MVP last time, and we earned 10,000 gold from doing that mission for the Empress. That's pretty cool. It's nice that she actually pays you for doing jobs for her and stuff. Okay, so this next map is a little weird. I'm not going to get too in-depth with it right now. Suffice it to say that it's going to be taking place inside of a desert. In fact, why don't I go ahead and show you real quick? I can always come back here later, but I need to do these conversations real quick. Traveling north to the Grand Desert. There are ancient ruins there. A race known as the Zunanma, who come from a civilization that predates our own. There's a bandit stronghold. Oh, good. We love bandits, don't we? You'll not find solid earth near the surface. You could dig and find only more sand. Those on foot and horseback may find it difficult to move around. This is true. A little water in the desert. The soil is very dry. A few trees and grasses grow there. There are no groves or anything that would provide cover. So foot soldiers and horseback are slowed down by the sand. Exceptions are magic users and thieves. Doesn't make any sense why mages... I love what he calls it out. How come mages aren't affected by the desert? I once heard an explanation for magic user. He claimed the spirits he employed flew before him and cleared the sand from his path. Apparently Sephirin told her that. Obviously people who fly are not affected by sand either. And laguz. They will be slowed some, but not drastically. Thankfully, Sigrun is not a bigot in any way, shape, or form here, it doesn't seem. Unlike most of the other nobility in this area. Those who persecute laguz in the name of the goddess. It is deplorable. One must be of noble birth to serve the goddess. That seems a little strange. I like Sigrid. She's awesome. Rumor has it that treasures from beneath this time still lie undiscovered beneath the shifting sands. So if you recall from both of the other games we played previously on the channel, you always find treasure in the desert. And that is not any different in this game. Here we have Makalov. Cool. Oh, this will be good. God, what a jackwagon. Evening. We're talking out loud. Loudly. When we took out that group, your debt vanished. Can't believe the world is as forgiving as that, or that we are so foolish. Debts are debts, and you have many. Those peddlers weren't the only people who owed you, or you owed coin to. So apparently Soren went and repaid all of the money that he owed. You are now in our debt. You fight to repay the Grail mercenaries. Payment will be deducted from your wages for quite some time. It seems you're working for free. Or getting sick. Well, he's getting set straight, it seems like. Alright, so now I can actually go ahead and show you the actual map itself real quick. I'm gonna have to make some extensive preparations that I'm gonna do off screen, so here we are. That was fast. We're at the desert. I can think of nothing specific that is bothering me. Soren's just out of it. Looks like we are being met. Yep, here we are. There's a cloaked figure who appears to be a mage on the board here. More of the senator's dogs. Day will come when all slaves are free and you will pay for your crimes. Huh. This little mage apparently commands an army of laguz. That's cool. Also terrifying. And their leader appears to be a giant green tiger. Awesome. Ike's like, uh-oh. So yeah, this is a bandit stronghold, but they're laguz bandits by the looks of it. Alright, so I'm going to give you a quick look at the map just so you can see what we're looking at, but I'm going to get ready for it off screen. So we're in a big desert, as you might imagine. That means everybody's slowed down that doesn't fly or wield magic. We have a bunch of untransformed laguz with various different states in their transform gauges. We see this one's ready to transform any second, while the rest of them are like holding at like 4 or 0 or even 10 in some cases. So every turn, different numbers of laguz will transform into their beast forms, whereas most of them will stay in their humanoid forms. And the boss, however, is different. This is Muarim. Is that how you pronounce that? Anyway, he is the boss of this map, and you'll see his stats are slightly lowered because he is using that demi-band that the Raven Laguz boss had a few chapters ago on the boat. So he is permanently in tiger form. And we see his stats are absurd. Like, holy crap. 23 strength, 18 speed, 15 defense. Thankfully, it's slightly reduced, but not by much. So in order to double hit Muarim, you would need 21 speed. And in order to reach that threshold, someone would need to be promoted because all unpromoted classes cap out at 20. So I have a plan for dealing with that. Needless to say, however, there is a special condition on this map. There's more guys over here, by the way, too. There's a special condition on this map where if you are able to... the goal is to defeat the boss, so you have to fight Muarim. But if you're able to clear the map, defeat Morim without killing any of the other laguz, you get a massive pool of bonus experience. Because as it turns out, as we're going to find out shortly, these guys aren't actually brigands. They're laguz freedom fighters, like emancipation fighters. So they're like anti-slavery laguz that are fighting against the establishment, quote unquote. So all you need to do is take out Morim, and the whole map is cleared. And if you can avoid killing any of the other ones, you'll get a massive pile of experience. That is my goal, is to try to do that. I've been able to do it successfully many times before. It just requires a lot of planning, and I'll get that figured out and explain to you what I'm going to end up doing. As I mentioned before, because this is a desert map, there's also a ton of buried treasure to get. I think there's something in the way of 7 or 8 different treasures that are located under the sand. And unfortunately, the only people that are any good at finding them are thieves. And thankfully, we do actually have 2 thieves. We have Volk and we have Soth, that little stowaway kid we found on the boat a few chapters ago. I will probably be using him too, just for the sake of acquiring treasure as quickly as possible. And again, we're going to try to avoid killing any laguz as much as possible. You can hurt them, you can wound them so they run away to go heal, but if you kill any, you lose out on that big pile of experience. So we're going to try to do that as best we can. And there's a lot of hidden goodies to get, so we'll get to that in the next episode. But I'm going to go ahead and do some preparations off screen, and I will get back to you guys once I have everything figured out and planned. So until then, thank you very much for watching up to this point. I really do appreciate it. I will catch you in the next episode for the Feral Frontier. And until that time, feel free to leave a like and a comment on this video. I would greatly appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time. Until then, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.